What's up developers, it's Dari here, and welcome back to the 7th video of my Laravel Livewire video series, where we will be looking at how we could work with events. Events in Laravel Livewire are essentially a way to communicate between components and trigger actions based on user interactions or other events. While Laravel also has its own event system, Livewire events have some differences. In Livewire, events are specific to a Livewire component and are used to handle component-specific actions. When an event is triggered within a Livewire component, it can be listened to and handled within the same component or by other Livewire components. Now let's have a look at how we could fire events. In Livewire version 3, the dispatch method is used to trigger an event from a Livewire component. In previous versions, events were defined through a listener's property. So let's navigate back to PHP Storm for a moment, and let's open our task index, and right inside of the save method, right below my session flash message, I'm going to use this dispatch. When you call the dispatch method, you need to pass in the event name as the first parameter. So let's name it task-updated. When the dispatch method is being triggered, the task-updated event will be triggered as well. And every other component on the page that is listening for this event will be notified. Now what we have done right here is simply dispatching the event. So let's see how we could listen to the event. We first need to create a new component, which will update one or multiple tasks. So let's navigate to the CLI, and let's perform the PHP artisan livewire colon make a tasks/task update component class. And let's open our task update class that we have just generated, and right above the render method, I'm going to define a public function update timestamp method. And in here, I'm going to make a call to my task model, the static query method, and I'm going to chain the update method to it. And what I want to update is an array. I want to update the updated underscore add column, where I want to set the value equal to now. Then we need to tell our update timestamp method that it needs to listen for an event. This can be done by adding a property right above our method. So let's say hashtag brackets. And inside our brackets, we're going to use the on method. And then we need to make a call to our event that is dispatched, which is task-updated. All right. Now when the task-updated event is dispatched from the update timestamps method, a network request will be triggered and the update timestamp action will be invoked. Now we're not done yet. Let's open our task item for a moment. Then right after our task name, we got to output the timestamps of each event to make sure that we see an updated timestamp. So let's say backslash, a blade directive. Right here, we're going to add carbon /carbon. And we're going to use the static parse method where we're going to parse the task updated underscore add. And we're going to format it to a d-m-y hours colon minutes. Now, the last thing that we need to do is opening our view. So our task-update. Well, not the last thing. There's one more task left. Let's get rid of what we have defined in here. Let's add a class of text-center. We're going to add a button right here with a, give it a moment, wire colon click, which will be equal to update timestamp. We're going to add a type to it of submit, and a class as well of whitespace -no wrap. The font is medium. The text is pink 700. Hover text pink 600. And the text inside of our button will be refresh me. Now the final thing that we need to do is opening our web.php file, because we need to define a new route, which is route : get. Tasks update from the task update component class. And let's replace it. All right. Let's navigate to the browser and let's change the endpoint to update. If we click on refresh me, navigate to our hosting or Livewire, you will see that the timestamp of all of our tasks have been updated to now. Now I want to wrap up this video where we worked on a simple event example. In the next video, we will have a look at how we could use lifecycle hooks. If you do like my content and you want to see more, please hit that subscribe button. If you do like my content and you want to see more, leave a thumbs up. And if you're new to this channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button.